Why was only the presidential election not transmitted to Ivy? Why did other ones go? Oseni, Rufari to Garba, Shehu. Hey guys, welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you are just joining us, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. During the Arise TV morning show, the Nigerian journalist Oseni Rufari stated why questioning Malam Garba Shehu, a Nigerian journalist and politician who serves as the senior special assistant media and publicity to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, that he said what was going on in the social media space was against his administration because some people from certain political parties dominated the social media space, claiming that it is not true. Rufai questioned why only the president's election was not transmitted to Ivy. Why did other ones go, like the Senate election and the Arab representatives election? But there was only one presidential election, he said. According to him, prior to this time, you said that what was going on in the social media space was against your administration because some people from certain political parties dominated the social media space. That is not true. Your administration failed woefully, and that is why a lot of people were surprised that your party got re-elected. Why was only the presidential election not transmitted to Ivy? Why did other ones go, like the Senate election and the representatives election?
There is a chance to bring those skills here and try them. I think that we are not disappointed that 16 million times they have tried to hack. The important thing is that the integrity of the election was preserved. And so therefore, we ended up with the most improved election that we have seen so far. Of course, we are learning. And from this also, it's a learning process. Some new things will be learned and improvements will be caused as we seek to perfect our process.
All right, Malam Shehu, thank you. But some people might put a big question mark to your statement around the integrity of the process being, intact. Besides the BVAS not working optimally, and one of the biggest game changers, or perhaps the benefit of BVAS in the last election, was the electronic transmission of results, which obviously at presidential level failed. And this has brought a big question to how free or how credible or the level of integrity of that process, which has been challenged by a number of people, candidates and some analysts. Beyond that, INEC had a budget of over 300 billion naira to prosecute this election. However, it was fraught with irregularities, which the president himself has admitted to. One of which is logistics issues and, electoral violence across the nation. How would you put that side by side with your statement that judging the conduct of this election as being very good?
Well, let me say to you that I am not a lawyer, but from our own understanding of what INEC is supposed to do, the Electoral Act 2022 clearly says INEC has the liberty to choose the mode of transmission. So therefore, it's not by law that this transmission must be done electronically. Yes, it can be done, it's an option. But if INEC would do it and did it manually, that doesn't take away from the credibility, of the election. You talked about 300 billion naira being issued to INEC, for which reason there should not have been logistical problems. This is a huge country, nearly 1 million square kilometers, 200 million people. It's hard to think that there is we are not machines, we are humans. It's hard to think that this thing will kick off 8 o'clock on the dot in all of 176,000, polling units. It's a very difficult thing to do. But you know that as we have done in the country, in case your polling unit had opened late, INEC had always made provision, even before this election, that hours of voting are usually extended. In some cases, it had even taken us to the next day. And so therefore, nothing, absolutely nothing is lost. And you talked about violence. I have seen a few of these reports, and I don't deny that. But to say that this election is characterized, or anybody say, well, this is not your word, but that, certainly this is, nobody can justifiably say that this election had been characterized by violence. Yes, a few isolated incidents, but significantly, all of the things we saw marked a significant departure from the past. And for this, actually, this country has every reason to be thankful to law enforcement because they were effective and they made sure that 99% of Nigerians voted in a free environment without fear or any sort of intimidation. It went well.
Okay, Mr. Shehu, a couple of things, and let's set the record straight. Prior to this time, you said that what was going on the social media space was against your administration because some people from a certain political party dominated the social media space. That's not true. Your administration failed woefully. Inflation numbers, debt burden, one of the highest level of poverty and insecurity as we speak today, all the indices, your administration failed. And that's why a lot of people were surprised that the party got re-election. And you can challenge me on the facts on that. I'm giving you the facts. Inflation numbers now is 22%, one of the highest in recent times. Over 20 trillion ways and means debt. All the economic indices stacked against you. Secondly, you said 60 million attacks. No, it wasn't 60 million attacks. It was 12.9 million attacks that Mr. Issa Pantami said. And you also tried to extrapolate that to INEC. But INEC only said they had a technical glitch that day. Talks about cyber attacks were brought up, but INEC said it had no cyber attacks. That's to get the facts right. In fact, people have challenged Mr. Issa Pantami on results he released as regards cyber attacks in Nigeria for election day, vis-a-vis the global cyber attacks map of what happened on that day. There's a story in Business Day a couple of hours ago. The question I'd like to ask you is, why was only the presidential election not transmitted to IREF? Why did other ones go? The Senate elections and the House of Representatives elections, but only one presidential election. Only one not transmitted. INEC said it had technical glitches. He's not been able to tell us the nature of technical glitches. Today, you are trying to posit that there were cyber attacks. INEC said no cyber attacks. NCC said the network worked in that day.
Okay, please, did you say that the party, you said a number of things, problems, indices you gave. Did you say that that is why the party lost the election? Did you say we lost the election?
So, Mr. Garba, do not turn around what I said. This is what I said. I said you said that a certain party had dominated the social media space. And they kept on hammering the party, that there was no public opinion as regards the failures of the APC. And I put it to you that the economic statistics showed that this administration failed largely based on its initial promises, and which are there. Secondly, I've told you about what you try to extrapolate now with cyber attacks. But INEC has said that there were no cyber attacks that day, that they just had a technical glitch.
Okay, let me say to you that as a government, we believe that we have done reasonably well. And we have delivered on all of the major promises that this administration has made prior to coming to office. And these things are key issues of security. We know what this country was like when we came in. This country had been split into two. You had a caliphate carved out of this country